I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. There's another paid request, this time from Megan. It's for a film called Don't Listen from 2020. First off, thank you, Megan, for that. If anyone wants to request any type of reviews, topics, reactions, movie reviews, reviews of something else, or something else entirely, you feel free to send the request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. Now, Don't Listen... honestly, I just want to say don't bother. Because, to be fair, the acting's not bad. There is some decent atmosphere to it. But it's one of those movies that just feels that after the set of amalgamation of flicks like The Conjuring and Insidious and the countless films based on them, that this is kind of just too little too late. Nothing really that special that I'm watching it. I'm going, I just don't really feel much of anything. A lot of jump scares, a plot that I'm really not that surprised by the twist, and seems like there's a movie that sets up a sequel, which I was a bit confused by. Maybe it wants to be like a Conjuring, where you have these two paranormal investigators, only this time it's a father and daughter. The setup of the film, you have these two parents, Daniel and Sara. They buy this house. I believe what they do is they restore them and sell them for later. They move to this house with their son, played by... the son, I think, is called Eric. I forget the actor's name. This is a foreign film. It's at least Spanish. Was it Spanish? I should have looked it up. I just honestly, that just showcases how little I cared about the movie itself. It's a movie that you need to see with subtitles, unless you can find a dubbed version. And the title comes into play because the kid starts hearing voices on a walkie-talkie. And at one point, a woman is sent in to talk to this kid. As she's driving away, this fly goes into her ear. She convulses, crashes to a tree, and the face gets impaled. Not a bad effect. Kid starts seeing these figures, starts hearing voices, even the parent starts hearing voices. Mainly the kid. The kid blocks them out when he's hiding under his covers. One day the dad wakes up, and spoiler alert, spoilers. The dad wakes up, goes outside, and the son is dead. This is about 23 minutes into the film. Son's dead in the pool. Sometime later, they start hearing their son's EVP, So they get this father and daughter paranormal team. They investigate, and it's a bunch of jump scares. And scares that I swear you would see in Insidious films or the Conjuring films or films related to them, inspired by them, ripped off by them. And just, I'm watching it going, I don't really feel much of a ingenuity being brought into the equation here, or much of a difference compared to all these various movies that have already been released. And it makes me go, how many times can I watch this type of flick? And granted, if it does something with a unique aspect or a different point of view, one of the reasons I like Deliver Us from Evil, which on the surface is a very typical exorcism movie. But what I liked about it was the whole point of it being taken from the point of view of a police officer. And I thought Eric Bana did a great job. I think it's actually one of his better performances. And his friendship with this priest guy, who he's had some bad run-ins, and this is sort of a redemption story for this priest, and that stuff worked well. And being like a mix of this cop movie mixed in with the exorcism. Okay, you pulled me in, a little bit different from the norm. Okay, where's this going? Quite enjoy the movie. But here, the jump scares, I swear I've seen this type of scene before where, like, the mom, there's a bed, she looks under, she sees feet. She looks up, there's nothing there. She looks down, she sees feet, nothing when she looks up. I swear I've seen a scene like that before. I cannot remember where from. It seems familiar. Or it reminds me of, like, the Resident Evil 7 video game. I've seen my friends play it, where you're in this, you find this room where you get the stuff that you need to get this shit made, and there's like a dead body in a chair, and when you turn and you're supposed to crawl, there's like feet, and then by the time you get there, there's no one there. So, you know, as I'm watching this, I'm going, okay, I don't mind the father and daughter. There's not a lot of development on them, though. And just a shitload of jump scares, which I'm not big on because it's very easy to do a jump scare. I find it kind of cheap. Most of the time, rather cheap. You get the finale, there's this hidden room that leads into a basement, which reminds me something of the Amityville Horror, when James Brolin knocks the wall out, and granted it's not a basement, but they find something else behind it. In this case, there's skeletons in these cages. There's a point where a guy's hunting what he thinks is his family, but it's really this old hag, which that reminded me a little bit of The Shining. It's not quite, but, you know, when Jack Nicholson hugs the girl, but then he looks and very different. I just, again, even the twist, super spoilers. Throughout the film, the guy's wife, after that whole thing with there's feet, there's no one there, there's feet, there's no one there. God, oh my God, what happened to the... Oh, she's now hanging and dead. So it's just the dad and the paranormal team of a father and daughter. They go in the basement, some stuff happens, the daughter gets possessed, trying to get her dad, stabs her dad in the side. At one point, the paranormal dad shoots something, starts something on fire in a cage, which you think wipes out the evil. Then everything seems fine, where the daughter's looking after her dad and patching up his wounds. The other dad, the dad who's no wife and kid anymore, he starts putting two and two together, and the reason his son died was because A fly went into his ear. He got possessed. He murdered his kid in the pool. He realized it, gets a gun out, and shoots himself in the head. And then, after the credits, there's this scene where you know, in a completely different setting, where a woman is in an exorcism, being possessed, and it cuts to the daughter watching a video, talking to her dad who's in a hospital bed, as if that's going to be the next movie. I went, well, wait a minute, is this story done now? Because it seemed like the evil's still there, because when the dad is crying by the pool, realizing he killed his son, because he's possessed, the old demon woman is standing over here. So, you're, I guess, like, well, everyone's dead, so, job done, let's go on to the next one. So, all those people can die too? You kind of sucked at your job. I just... Is it I mean, that's what I mean. Like, is it trying to be like Conjuring's? These two are going to go from one to the other, or is that girl who's being exorcised? Is that part of this? What's going on here? Is that part of it? I didn't understand it fully, so I don't think we're going to get a don't listen to. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to it. Whatever the fuck. I don't think we're going to get that. Not anytime soon. So that's what I mean. It's just... Been there, done that. Next, please. Pass the sauce. The sauce? The salsa. I was thinking of sauce. Then I was thinking of salt. And then I was thinking of salsa. And I put them all together, so I fucked up. My brain farted. I apologize. Let me get the stink out from my brain farting out of it. Oh, I maybe need a drink of water so it stops malfunctioning. But yeah, don't listen. Just, I guess if you're gung-ho to watch every movie that's similar to the Conjuring and Insidious films, and you can't get enough of that type of movie, there's some decent atmosphere, in particular in the basement sections. But for me, it was much ado about nothing. I was never scared. I was never creeped out. I wasn't really that surprised. I kind of expect some kind of twist ending in this kind of flick because it's been done so many times. And that's why one of the various reasons I think that's a mistake to do it all the time, because it becomes repetitive, and so you just expect something. So then... It's like if you had a wrestling show. What do I have a surprise every week? Well, then it's no longer a surprise if you have a surprise every week. Like ECW. We have a surprise every week. Well, that defeats the purpose. It's not a surprise anymore. Because people know there's a surprise. So what's surprising about it? But you don't know exactly what it is. Well, but it's not. Anyway. Don't listen. Again, if you like it, that's cool. Not for me. Not for me. So thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.